last season or 2 seasons ago with that Gamma. Now, do either of you guys play Rivals at all?
I have not played it, but I have seen videos about it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I've played it a couple times with friends.
Played it a couple times with friends?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, and we're getting that push all the way to the point. Oh, we got a last-second hold here. Let's see if Penny is able to hold this. Magneto taking down the blade. Yeah, it doesn't look like Sequoia is going to be able to hold this point. Oh, never mind. They proved me wrong. The rest of the team pulling up, and Magneto is probably going to have to push back here. Yeah, absolutely. Never mind. Sequoia is going to keep a hold of this point. We've got a little under 2 minutes left on the clock, so we have at least 2 more team fights here where Sequoia is going to be able to have to continue to defend against Shoto. They're pushing a little high here. Magneto holding his own. His team's getting his back here. It was a little bit gutsy, but he made it.
What are your thoughts on the game?
On Rivals or this particular match?
Just Rivals in general.
I mean, I really like Rivals. I think it's fun. A lot of people compare it to Overwatch, and there are a lot of similarities. Don't get me wrong. But I think the fact that it's third person makes it a lot more difficult to track. Honestly, sometimes I just feel like my screen is a bunch of flashing colors. Very fun, though. I'm a tank main. Emma Frost, very entertaining to play. Angela, very fun and exciting. And can I get a woohoo from all my Jeff mains in the house? Wow, that was far too many people. You should stop playing that character immediately. No, all right, so let's see if we can get... Penny's got her ultimate again. Man, she just charges it. You know, one thing I'm not a big fan of in Rivals, and this is a personal opinion of mine, I don't like that pretty much every single support has Zenyatta ultimate. You're able to save the team, yes, but as a person who only plays tank and damage characters, it's just so frustrating that you have to keep track of so many support ultimates, and pretty much all of your ultimates are going to be countered. Magneto here, able to sustain with only just a sliver of health left. Continuing to push from Shoto, showing that they can be oppressive, but that Raccoon ult's doing a lot for him.
For people that don't know, like, what's the point of Marvel Rivals? Because, like, I see, like, the tiger or dragon kind of moving very slowly.
Now, I don't know what the name of this map is in this game, like what type it's called, but I call it a hybrid map. So that is actually a giant squirrel from mythos, from Greek legend. Greek? No, Norse mythology. That's my bad. But it doesn't really matter what that is. The point of the game mode is to capture a point so you unlock a vehicle that you have to escort across the map. The vehicle will only move as long as your team maintains control of it. Now, you have to push it all the way across the map, but what Shoto just did is they capped a checkpoint that they cannot go back from. Because once the defending team captures that point, the vehicle will slowly make its way backwards. But as long as the attackers have control of it, it will slowly move forward. If you put 1, 2, or 3 players on it, it will increase in speed respectively. And so that's what you're looking to do in this map. You're trying to get that squirrel all the way to the castle to defeat Dracula, which is something that you can only see in an esports competition. We're trying to get another Rainbow Six Siege match up here on the stream. I do believe it's going to be Bixby versus Norman North. Very excited to see that match. Either of you guys play Rainbow?
I do.
Yeah.
We both do.
We
for
played the
JV Siege.
JV Siege for Norman North.
Nice. Glad to hear it. Say something real quick.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Speak louder.
Does that work? Hello, hello.
Louder.
Give me a woo, woo. A little louder.
You gotta be louder.
Do that, but when you're talking.
Okay.
Now, one thing I love about LAN tournaments like this, when we have this level of casting setup, is we're able to get students like you guys in the room so you guys can practice these skills. I mean, this is a whole side of esports that a lot of parents and faculty of schools don't know even exists. It's a huge industry being able to cast. Yeah, that Invisible Woman ult is going to pretty much secure that defensive position for Sequoia. And we're we're trying to hold on here with our Invisible Woman, Emma Frost, with a sliver of health. She goes down. Blade is down. Yep, we're going to go ahead and go to the next round. So like I said earlier, there's going to be a point that the attacking team needs to capture. The defending team's trying to prevent that from happening. If the point does get captured, they're going to have that squirrel moving across the map again. Now let's see what kind of comps we're going to get here. Now I'd like to call them out, but we are at a LAN tournament, and so both teams may be able to hear me. So I'm not going to use character names, but I will characterize the types of comps that I'm seeing here. Now, from one of these teams, we're seeing... I thought somebody called my name. Did we get a DC? I think we might have gotten a DC. We might have to take a... Nope, never mind. That is not. Okay. All right, let's see. We've got ourselves 2 tanks on each team, 2 supports, or strategists in this game as we see. Yeah, actually, I don't even know what I can say without trying to give away too much away in this LAN tournament here. I'm just excited to see how this goes. These tank players really do know what they're doing, or Vanguard, as they're called in this game. Magneto on defense or offense is just a strong character. You can't really go wrong. But when you're playing somebody like Penny, I'm pretty surprised to see Sequoia running Penny on attack. I'm not sure how that's going to go for him. I might learn something about Penny Parker myself here today.
So the blue team, they were stuck in a room, and it's like counting down from 35. What's the point of that? Is that for the red team to be able to get to that station and kind of have almost like an advantage, kind of like an offense and defense?
Yes, so defense gets time to set up, and so they get about 40 seconds while the attackers basically just have to sit in that room and wait. That way, if they both left their spawn rooms at the same time, the attacking team would get a huge advantage because they would make it to the point sooner. And the reason they do that is because the defending team's spawn is further back, and if they put the spawn room right there at the point, it's just not going to be fair. For every single time you get an elimination on the attacking team, well, the defending team spawns right there. Mm-hmm. So the way they counterbalance that is you have to sit there in that room for about 40 seconds. Most people use it as times to emote and use their sprays. So I feel a little bit vindicated here. Immediately switched off the Penny Parker and started playing Venom. 2 very different characters showing a wide breadth of skill from this character here. Nothing, I can't even see what his name is.
So, like, what underneath all of the characters and their names, what is the percentage? Like, what does that mean?
That is their ultimate ability percentage. So right now what we see is that Invisible Woman has her ultimate, which means that she's going to be able to cast that ability, but once she uses it, she will have to heal or do damage enough to be able to recharge that ultimate ability to be able to use it again. Now, the thing about Invisible Woman and Luna Snow's ultimate, which they both have, almost everyone on their team's got it, you do not want to use those ultimates at the same time because they do very similar things, and it would be a waste of resources to cast them together. Oh, Iron Man with the pick on Magneto. A Moon Knight ultimate that whiffs. Oh, a whiff from the other team's Magneto. Getting an impressive attack here. Sequoia's really trying to push this point. Now, Sequoia's goal is actually not to get Ratatasker to the complete end of the stage because Shoto did not push the point all the way to the end. They only have to push it further than Shoto pushed it in order to win. So you'll notice at the top of the screen in the middle, there's a bar there, and there's a yellow little icon that indicates how far Sequoia's got to push it there. So if you're a Sequoia fan of the house, you're looking for that bar to fill just to that little space. Magneto being oppressive, but the other team's able to eke out a couple of Vanguards with the Emma Frost ultimate there. We're going to get a save from the Invisible Woman ultimate here. Magneto hitting shots on invisible people. Oh, let's see if he gets anybody with this. Perfect shot there on the Luna Snow, and that's a big pick because that is a healer out. Iron Man getting messed up, but Magneto goes, oh, no, sorry, the camera shifted. I thought Magneto went down.
And how important are those healers in this game?
Oh, they're the most important characters in the game. And as a damage Vanguard player, I'd hate to admit that, but if you don't have a strategist on your team, you will lose. If you don't have 2 strategists on your team, you're probably going to lose. This is a game about sustaining and holding. And unlike Rainbow Six Siege, Call of Duty, Valorant, where you can be immediately eliminated with 1 to 2 shots, this is a game where you want to be able to tank damage consistently over and over and over again for a long span of time. All right, looks like Sequoia's going to get that point, and they're just going to have to push it about 3/4 of the way through this next area. Now, this next area, I would argue, is very defensive-sided, so we'll see how much trouble they have getting through. Invisible Woman staggered there. In the esports world, staggering is whenever you are eliminated from a different time frame than the rest of your team, and your time to spawn in and get back to your team is really going to put you at a disadvantage. Then I'm trying to get the pick on Luna Snow here, but he's unable to secure the elimination. Magneto's dueling it out. Emma Frost here, going to her titanium or diamond form, whatever, gets a RKO there on Magneto, but Luna Snow is able to save him with this ult. Now, she was going damage there, damage boosting instead of healing, which almost cost the Magneto life, but she was able to return. Emma Frost, using her ultimate ability, is going to be able to get that Luna Snow elimination for sure. Oh, no. Unable to secure the elimination, but is able to take out the Mr. Fantastic, it looks like. Oh! Knocked Magneto right off the map with a kick. That Emma Frost just took advantage of the stage that surrounds her and eliminated that player without having to do very much damage to him at all. You'll notice on the sides of this staircase, there is an infinite hole. If you fall into that infinite hole, you're respawning. Let's look at our ultimate abilities here. On the offensive side here, we've got no ultimate abilities. They're going to be looking to charge that within these next 3 minutes before they make a big push into the enemy team. On defense, we do have one. We got Magneto's ultimate. And I feel comfortable saying that out loud because in this game, you can actually see when everybody has their ultimate abilities. It's not secret.
What I've seen from this game is that it's a very fast-paced, and it's almost hard for me to keep up.
It is very fast-paced, and if you don't know what's going on here, it will be impossible to learn simply by watching.
Yes, it is. I've never played this game, and it looks very difficult compared to the other games I've seen.
Yes. It's just very technical, and it had a huge advantage when it came out because it is very similar to Overwatch in the way that it plays and in the way that the maps are set up, and so people were immediately able to understand how this game played right as soon as it came out. Man, Shoto doing a great job of defending this point right here. I'm telling you, this is a very defensive-sided staircase. Unless they make a huge mistake here, I see them holding it.
So what you're saying is that if someone came from Overwatch, do you think that they kind of just picked up on it really fast and easy?
Well, as somebody who did exactly that, I would say yes. Now, you do have some characters that people were immediately saying, if you like this character, play this character in Marvel Rivals. For instance, I remember Moira. She's got healing that is very similar to Jeff the Shark, but as a Moira player, that doesn't matter to me. I played Scarlet Witch because she has the damage like Moira, and we all know that Moira doesn't even have healing. That's actually a myth. No golden orbs or anything like that. Ratatasker making his way down the staircase as the defensive team is able to reclaim some space. Sequoia trying to push their way up, but just doing an excellent job, Shoto is, of keeping them back. Moon Knight ult's going to whiff, but keep some of that space alive. Magneto goes for an ultimate. Huge whiff. Oh! That's going to be a pick for Sequoia. They might be able to take advantage of that and push their way up, the rest of the way up this staircase. Luna Snow using her ability that allows her to heal faster here. Emma Frost doing the most right now. Now, see that 100% right there in the middle of the screen? If she keeps that up, that gives her the ultimate amount of damage that she can get out of her primary fire. And that's a huge pick by Iron Man. Sequoia taking down 2, 3 more players with another Magneto ultimate. Shoto's down. Magneto is the only remaining person alive, and they're going to continue to try to push this. And Sequoia walks away with the win in this match here. Match series 2-1. Most exciting starting screen I've ever seen. MVP going to Magneto, and well-deserved. Those were some great ultimate abilities.
Okay, so we got Norman North versus who here? Bixby?
Bixby.
Okay. This is going to be a good
This is-
match. I've heard both these teams are really good. I've seen Norman North playing myself. I haven't seen Bixby play. Well, actually, didn't we did a scrimmage against Bixby, didn't we?
Yes, but I didn't play in that one because I think I had something going on that day. But y'all did go against them.
I do know that they were really good, so this could be a really good match here.
Yes, and as we've seen in the season, I think they both have been close games every time these two teams have went against each other.
Oh, yeah. Looks like we're on the map Clubhouse here. I love this map. I do have to say it's probably very defender-sided, though.
Yes, I think it is very defender-sided. Now, I don't know which team would have the strong suit in this map. Maybe they both prepared it well enough. Hopefully they have.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're waiting on our third caster.
Oh, yeah, we are right now. Hopefully he'll get over here shortly, but he can,
For now, it's just going to be us two.
oh, yeah.
And yes, these bands, some of this Mira ban was probably
Oh,
one
yeah.
of the most important. And it gets banned every time, really. No matter what rank you are. Really, every ban is Mira. It is such a crucial ban because it is one of the most important defender operators in the game.
Oh, yeah. You can create so many different angles with someone like Mira. So how are you today, Coach?
Stressed.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to say that we've got bias in the house, but I'm a little bit biased about who I want to win this match here. But,
Oh,
you know, no matter what, I'm going to give some exciting casting regardless.
Obviously, me
Yes.
too.
Well, yeah, you're
I'm-
from the school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we're both
obviously
from
me
North,
and-
so
me and Matthew are going to be a little bit biased here, but
I won't try to be. I'll be nice.
All right, let's see what
So-
kind of attack we got. Oh, they're getting an angle here. Now, I'd be worried about having both of those windows at the same time because now you're going to get peeked from two different
Oh,
angles.
yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
going to go ahead and repel there so he can just watch one of them without being hit from the side of the other. Yeah, the fact that I've always been bothered in the game by this particular hatch.
Yeah.
It's very upsetting.
It is very annoying to deal with, the
Yeah.
Logi hatch. Definitely one of the most annoying hatches in this map.
Absolutely. Maybe one of the most annoying hatches in the game.
Yeah, because there's so many like angles that you need to hold for that hatch, like that the defenders can hold to make sure you don't drop down into there. So you always have to use a drone, maybe even two if it gets broken, to see where they are so you can drop down safely.
Yeah, absolutely. See, we're about to get some fighting, some combat going on here.
Oh,
Peeks an angle, gets tagged by some damage there.
big shot coming out.
Oh, Malusi's
Nice,
down, not finished. Oh,
Oh,
and Malusi's going to get to
the
live there.
Fenrir does go down. That is the first death for both teams. It is now a 4v4. It's a very fair game.
Although Malusi is going to be 20 health when you get revived?
yes.
30.
30.
Was it 30?
Yeah. She'll be 30, so she'll be lower than normal. But
Difficult thing about casting this game is it's just so exciting. I kind of just want to sit here and watch.
yeah,
Yeah.
Now,
Definitely.
what he just did there is take advantage of newer things in Siege where the map is more, I don't know what the word is.
has more
Interactable.
util, or
Yeah.
in a way.
There's things like gas pipes and fire extinguishers you can shoot now and get different outcomes with. Like as we saw
Oh.
there.
Oh,
Couple great picks there by Bixby. Oh,
ah,
Bixby takes that first round.
They put him in a tight spot here, just double pinched him.
Absolutely. I mean, they really took advantage of their numbers.
Oh, yeah.
it was such a hard thing to do there. All those defenders went down, made it hard for him to clutch up that 1v or that 3v1.
Now, in your guys' opinion, is this a more attacker or defender favored map?
I think it is more defender because there's so many more angles you can hold
Oh,
and
yeah.
so many more different areas. There's just so much to do as a defender compared to the attacker.
Fair. And Norman North doubling down on this position. They decided to go for the same rooms. Pretty
Oh, yeah.
surprising.
And hopefully they can change it up to make sure they can secure that win.
Well, we still got a Malusi and a Cade, but we no longer have. Oh, no, we did have a friend here, didn't we?
Yes. We
Yep.
no longer have the Valkyrie.
Yeah, they changed out Valkyrie for Mute, I believe. Or
Maloof-
no,
or
Mute.
a Rooney.
Yeah, Rooney.
Rooney.
Rooney's one of my personal favorite ops on defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Her
I mean,
ACOG just makes her such a crucial role in that,
Oh,
making
yeah.
sure that they can hold those long angles with that ACOG, which is what sucks is they removed that from all the defenders with like automatic weapons and semi-automatic weapons, and now they're all on the ones that are DMRs, and you have to tap your mouse or controller button multiple times for it to shoot quickly.
Oh, and an excellent
long-range
pick
kill
by
from-
North.
And that's a perfect display of that Aruni and that ACOG on her weapon, making it a long angle to hold.
And not only did she get that pick there, she is now wasting Bixby's time as they are afraid to push and have to hold that angle and watch it carefully.
Yes, and I think that was even diffuser, but they have picked that back up, sadly.
Careful there, Caster.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
With the hard breach here by Thermite, they're going to open that up and get some great angles on North here.
It's a great angle there
Throwing in their
on
drone.
that hatch. I use that angle sometimes, laying down, making sure you can have that space to check and see. Popping that to make sure they can walk up and have it smoked off.
Now, you can't hear it right now at home, but we have some excitement coming from behind the curtain on both sides of the room. And I'm not sure if it's from the Rivals match or Siege. Both are very close games so far. If only they could see what we could see with these silhouettes. We see how close they are to fighting.
How close in combat that is.
Now let's see if he pushes with the concussion. Oh, he does,
Yes,
but no
but
defender in
he
sight.
backs off down, making sure that that space doesn't get taken.
Ooh,
There's a 2v4. They're in a tight situation here.
Bixby playing it safe and smart.
But now it is a 3v2. But they are getting the diffuser down, making them waste their time.
Oh, and
but
a
it is a
2v2.
1v2.
Oh, and an
Downstairs C4.
Incredible
That
C4 from
was
below.
Amazing.
Oh, it's a 1v1 situation here. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm scared.
It's so close.
Oh,
and the
and
defenders bring
That
it.
is a wonderful comeback round right there.
That was an
excellent
amazing
headshot.
job by that defender.
That downstairs C4.
That
saved
C4
him.
was amazing. Such was laying down behind that couch to make sure he had that cover to reload his gun in time.
Now, talk to me a bit about how different Siege is from a lot of FPS games with the tilting that you can do.
It is so important to like clear because there's quick peeking, which is when you tilt each way super quickly, and it shows just a little sliver of the room they're trying to look into without making their character fully go into that room.
And there's also a peeker's advantage. So it's a delay between what the defenders see versus what the attackers can see. For a split second, the attacker whoever's swinging is what I should say, really. The person swinging will get to see it just a second before the person who's just sitting there looking at the angle. The person swinging will see just like half a second faster.
And, you know, when you're talking about human reflexes, that half a second makes a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
And you're talking
Yes.
about things like frame rate and ping.
Yes, ping is a very big advantage if you have lower ping.
In
But
a game like
since-
this, absolutely.
But since it is a LAN event, they all should have around the same ping, so they really don't have an advantage on the ping.
It's true. And that's the benefit of being at a LAN tournament.
Yes.
We see that the defenders here are using devices like Mute and Cade, which are preventative, right? Would you guys
Yes, they
describe them?
are util. So the Cade stops. So like the Thermite, the guy with the big patch that opens the wall, if he places it on that Cade, it will destroy it from the electrocution of the wall and make it harder for them to where they have to use that Thatcher that you see there to
That
get
was
the wall.
incredible from that blitz. Or is that a Montaigne?
That's a
That's a
Montaigne.
Montaigne.
They've changed the name of the game for Montaigne for me. The way that the shield works is very different from back when I used to play.
That Monty is such an amazing character.
He's going to threaten with the C4, but he's going to...
Off.
Oh!
But he gets punished for it.
Great
But
flank here from North.
an amazing flank, but he goes down from the knock.
Yeah, he gets greeted.
But maybe they can take down that Montang to make sure. And it looks like they did take down that Montang to where they will not have to worry about that anymore.
An operator who can just tell you, hey, I'm here. You need to worry about me, but can't do anything about me yet. That's what Montaigne is best at. But you get around him like the North did here, and you can get the advantage on him. Oh!
And a great pick on that thermite.
Holding those crosses like that is just so important.
I feel like most of my commentary here is me going, oh, every time there's a kill, but gosh dang is this
And he was
exciting
on the
match.
window, and it is now a 2v2.
Diffuser planted only, actually, I don't know if I should say how much time is left. I don't think they have that information.
Now, it is now a 1v1. He is outside on the window.
Can probably diffuse it from the safety.
Defuse it.
Yeah. This is
Safety of the bomb. The guy on the window is going to have to hop in. He gets
great
the kill
stuff.
and will get the diffuser to be taken away to where they can win that round.
Now, you got to think about where you want to plant that diffuser. You don't want to give the defending team an ability to do exactly what happened here, to break it from safety.
Yeah.
And if that Thatcher had gone onto that breach, that would have been a harder area for him to defuse instead of sitting on that window where he had that space from that bomb to be able to defuse.
You were saying?
I was just going to bring up the fact that what he did there, sitting behind that bomb, was smart because all he had to do was just listen for that guy to move up to that window and jump in. We talked about it last game with audio cues. Listening for those audio cues can be so crucial. Knowing what's happening around you without seeing it.
Absolutely. And I think there's been growing up, I remember there were times, I don't know if you guys had this experience because you're, let's just face it, a little bit younger than me.
Yes.
There was a time in which if you wore your headset to listen for footsteps, it was seen as like a little bit ridiculous, a little bit try-hard, not very necessary. But that was back when we were playing like Halo and Call of Duty. A game like Siege hadn't even been fathomed of yet. Now, if you're not wearing a headset, you're throwing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A headset is so important. And a good one, too, is really important so you can have those clear audio sound cues.
I once had a headset that I bought online that was a little bit cheaper. I was in high school, and I did not realize that it was mono. It played the same audio in both sides, so no matter where things were happening, I would hear it from both sides of my headset. It was ridiculous.
I have seen people try to play without headsets before, and man, it is difficult in a game like Siege. They'll just try and rely on their game sense alone, which it'll last for a little while, but it's almost impossible to win without having a headset on and knowing what's happening around you.
Thermite going to get the breach here into the garage, I believe.
It was the Habana. She got the breach pad, which breaks the soft wall. It doesn't break the reinforced one that is metal, but it breaks the wooden walls that are not fully reinforced.
Which makes Habana a great character for being able to breach because she has that soft breach and her hard breach.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She also does have flash grenades, which can be useful.
Also, thank you for the correction on that. They are taking the first floor here before they descend down to the basement, worried about lurkers.
Since those have been an issue for them.
Yeah.
Making sure they can keep that space and make sure they keep all those flanks away.
Absolutely. North, however, taking a little bit more of a defensive position here.
Which I feel like is crucial for this basement area.
No, never mind. I almost said something I shouldn't say. It's difficult to say what this is very difficult.
Yes, it is, especially at a LAN event where you can't really just, because they can hear you. It's just so difficult not to be able to say something or say the team's name or anything.
Something obvious that's going on here, though, is Bixby taking advantage of these verticals that they can get access to.
And those are very important in these bottom areas that they have to defend. With all those soft floors on top of them, they can bring like a ram, but it doesn't appear to seem they have one. But
there is no other FPS game with as much third-dimensional gunplay as we see in Rainbow. I mean, yes, you can traverse the third dimension and climb up and get the high ground in a lot of games, but in Rainbow Six Siege, you have to be considering every angle.
Oh, yeah.
And he gets that pick with the shotgun. And those shotguns are so amazing because you can be 20 meters away and still be able to one-tap him with the shotgun.
I feel like some of the shotguns in this game are a little bit broken or maybe a little unbalanced. Some of the shotguns that probably shouldn't have as much range have the range to have like a medium-sized gunfight.
Any characters in particular that come to mind with that shotgun?
Definitely Sledge. In my opinion, Sledge's shotgun, you can have a gunfight from at least.
And Mute is another great one.
I mean, I believe those are the same shotguns. Those are both characters from the same region, right?
Yes, they both have that same shotgun. And especially Sledge because he does have that semi-automatic weapon as his secondary. Which
now,
is
with only 2 seconds left, Bixby's got to make some money moves here, and they do get the diffuser beginning to plant. And
the C4!
Oh, got shot.
But it
no
doesn't.
Kill. That was so exciting. North's now got to break that diffuser. Hey, what's up? For coaches and stuff? But the pizza's for coaches.
For everybody?
It's a 1v1
and now it is
now.
a 1v1.
He's got it down to a 1v1 situation.
He's going to have to take him out so he has enough time. Oh, but the Nomad, it grieves him to where he gets knocked back to where he cannot do anything. And that is a big thing about Nomad is it is such a great operator because it has those charges that she shoots out of her weapon that knock them back if they get in that radius. And that is such an important thing, as you saw there, that it wastes their time and knocks them back, and they can swing that and take them out.
I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of announcements between rounds here. First of all, the Sequoia Shoto Rivals match has finished. The match goes to Sequoia 3-1. They're going to move on, unless that was grand finals. I don't think it was, though. Also, this is an announcement for everybody here. In the arena, there is now pizza at the concession stands available for purchase. So if you're hungry and you like pizza, go ahead and make your way to the concession stand and get yourself a slice or a whole pie. And just so you know, it is not against the rules to buy the casters a slice of pizza. Now, whenever you guys are defending a site, if you were watching a stream of people defending a site, I mean, what is the difference that you're going to see between really low-level play and really high-level play in how the defenders decide they're going to set it up?
Their gadgets and where they place them. And also how they reinforce the breach of how it may be different. And maybe they don't even reinforce the breach with those walls. Or they don't bring a breach denial like a Cade or a Bandit, something that electrifies the wall.
Now, I want a little bit of clarification. So right here, is this high level or low level gameplay that you'd say with keeping it unreinforced with an open hole?
I would say this is a high level because that's a rotate that they can use to their advantage to get up on those stairs to use.
All right, good
I
to
think
know.
what they're probably expecting here is for them to push from this side. So they're kind of setting things up in order to be able to play over there and not play on site.
Gotcha. Now, Thermite here is a character that is able to take advantage of the fact that he has a hard breach. There are 3 characters that are hard breach characters because their gadgets are specifically designed to get through those reinforced walls, but they added a while ago a gadget that a lot of characters can have that make a smaller hole compared to the Thermite.
Yes, like that Habana.
Yeah, I believe Sledge also has a hard breach charge.
Yes, he has. It's pretty much just a square thing you connect that creates. Oh, I don't know how big the hole themselves are.
Like a little jump-in hole
that
you can jump in or crouch through, depending on where you place it on the wall.
Looks like we got a pick from Bixby and a return from North. Oh!
And another pick for North on that Thermite on that wall.
Cannot believe he actually got that. I totally thought he swung too far.
Yeah, I thought that he had missed those shots.
It looked to me like he had just got him. He just kept backing up and got him through that wall there.
Yeah. Bixby trying to take advantage of some lines of sight they can get here, but North playing it safe. Lion's going to go ahead and use his ability. If they walk now, they will know where the defenders are.
Yes, and that is a very big issue.
Holding angles, North playing it pretty safe.
Almost dies to the grenade.
Looks like North has the numbers right now.
Let's see if they play him.
They have the numbers, and they only have 30 seconds. Bixby is going to have to make a move here. And it looks like another pick from North onto that Bixby team.
With each pick and every ticking second, it gets even more difficult for Bixby to get this round win. And
it's a 1v4. Bixby's going to have a hard time here getting in 12 seconds.
But he gets a pick. But
but
enough.
it's a refrag from North, and they get that round win.
Absolutely incredible gameplay we're seeing from both of these teams. I mean, this is going to be a long match. Yeah, I don't see why not. Can you? Yeah, go ahead. Taking a look at the leaderboard here, we've got our top fraggers with 7 kills, a couple with at the bottom here with 2. Everybody performing to some degree. Turns out our ping pretty close to 0.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
and that is a very big surprise for Siege especially, where it usually averages around 20 to 15 ping
And
on
we've
a
got,
good Ethernet
what,
setup.
like 42 computers set up on this?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Even more with these that we're casting, so pretty impressive from the facility.
Yeah. But I also think there is a setting, if you were to create a custom game on here, that is a local, which basically puts it at 0 ping for you without having to do an online one.
Very quite possibly are using that setting at this time. Talk to me about what you guys see from the attackers' decisions as far as who they chose and what you think their game plan is going to be.
I feel like their game plan is going to be the same as last time because it looks like they're running a shield. So they may push up that same area they did before.
Now,
keep up.
defending, what are you thinking from their composition?
They're going to try and combat really any push, and it looks like
It seems like one of them has at least the. Oh my God! It is hard to say things without saying what they're doing.
I'll say this, they have quite a bit of intel denial.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I almost wish it would hide who the characters are from us without, so that we knew who they already knew, so we know what we could say.
Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
And the
that is
first pick
Diffuser
goes
down.
to North.
This is Azami.
Yes,
Yeah,
Azami.
Azami really taking advantage of her gadget here. How many of those little dagger things does she get?
She gets 4, I think, maybe 5.
Wow, that is a lot, especially whenever you can use them in this ability. We're getting clarification from a couple different people that they get 6. Oh, 5.
5. Okay. So I
Oh.
was close. And they did get a pick on that Azami, which was a big issue for holding that area and taking that space of garage. And another pick for Bixby.
A little bit more difficult. Whenever you're getting picks in this game, I immediately feel my heart drop whenever I lose a teammate.
Oh yeah.
And another pick for Bixby.
Gonna try for the C4 with the
But the
defense
C4
there.
does not work.
Focus on the person with the diffuser there.
And it
Probably
is now a 2v2. Oh, but the Malusi does not see the thermite on the breach.
Oh, and they get
And
it.
the thermite gets the kill.
Question for you guys. Is this a game like Valorant where you're able to hear when the opponent is reloading their weapon?
Yes.
Definitely.
Definitely.
So that means that you got to really be careful. If I'm willing to bet that thermite pushed up because he heard that gun reloading.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that shotgun that the Malusi had was not going to do a lot there.
No.
That's not a very great shotgun to be fighting with at range.
If it's not a good shotgun to be fighting with, what is the purpose of it then?
It
It's
is-
most likely to make a rotate in something, make a head hole or a foot hole, something you can see through and fight the enemy off of.
Gotcha.
Which is a very crucial thing for these defenders to make sure that they can see into those other areas without exposing their full body.
3-3 here. Very tight game.
3-3. And they had flipped sides to where now the defenders are the attackers.
Now, you said this is a defense-heavy map, so what we are probably going to be looking for here is to see whether or not Norman North is able to attack as well as they defended here.
Hopefully they can, but who knows? But from what we've seen, it could be either way. It could either be a defender-sided map or an attacker-sided map.
Oh, definitely. Again, with the underused operators that we're seeing here, I'm not going to say any names, obviously, but there are a couple in this one that we don't get to see very often be played.
Yes, like that is a very interesting heal operator they are using. You do not usually see that in high skill levels of play. But I guess it is a better replacement for Doc since it has so many more uses and it heals you over time instead of just at once.
Let's see how they push this here.
It's very interesting. They are probably going to go for the breach, if I was assuming, since they do have that thermite. But it doesn't look like they have any wall denial, so it looks like that breach may be free for those breachers.
Oh, yeah. Looks like they just gave that wall up there. They just completely let them have it.
They let them have it for that space, but that's just such a tough wall to, like, hold that maybe they just gave it up for free because they knew they could hold it better than the attackers.
Yeah.
I'm ready to see how this plays out with them just giving them wall.
Looks like we got Cole back over here. Didn't realize that.
I didn't either. He must have, the other caster, the coach, went somewhere. And it looks like they did not reinforce that single wall. And the first pick going to Norman of this first pick of this round, which could change the whole game here. It could change the tempo. It could change anything, really. Usually getting that first pick is such a crucial part of the game. But it looks like
they got a refrag there.
They do get the refrag. He's got that castle, which is a very time-consuming operator to use since you do have to hit it. You cannot break it. You can break it with a breach charge, but it also takes 9 hits, as you can see, to break it, and that is very important to stall their time.
That was pretty good by Zero because as soon as he zero cam through that castle, he knew
and
exactly
another pick
that there was
North.
3 people in that room, so that he shouldn't be swinging it.
There's now a 3v4. Bixby's down a player. But it looks like they get the refrag to make it a 3v3. And it looks like they're holding down sight here pretty well, making sure they only funnel in through those windows. But looks like somebody may be in the site. And it looks like they took all that space into the site to get that diffuser planted, which was a very important thing.
2v1 now.
But it is a 2v1. Very interesting tactic here from that thermite. Oh, but it is.
They get the kill.
They are going to be able to get the diffuser diffused. They're counter diffusing. They took up all that, or they lost all that space just for them to come back and win it. But that was a very interesting play, not seeing that pipe there. I think he was stuck to where he couldn't move away from that pipe. Because I think there was somebody on that rotate, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He had 2 people just trying to swing, get a pinch on him there, like we saw a couple rounds ago.
Yes. And now Bixby takes the lead, 4-3.
All right, just a reminder in-house here that we have pizza slices available. Pizza slices are available at the concession stand.
Let's see this interesting defensive strategy. Playing some operators here that are not usually played.
I see what you mean with that. I'm too worried about saying the operators right now, but later on in the match we'll talk more about them.
Yes. But yeah, that one you never really see. Well, actually, two of them you never really see because they're not really as useful. But maybe down here on the site that they're at, it is more useful.
I can see
Yeah.
why you'd want at least one of these operators on this site here.
Yes, especially that Echo, I think is a very important operator. My bad. Quite an interesting angle he's holding. Who knows, it may work out for him.
It could.
Looks like
he's gonna get off of that. He's too worried about spending too much time there.
Looks like he does not want to spend a lot of time. Looks like he was looking for a camera of some sorts. And he still holds that angle and tries to run out looking for somebody. But it doesn't look like it worked. Using that ability is such a great ability. It is so useful, I feel like, to find all those drones.
Oh yeah.
And all those
You can really
extra
figure out where people are
cameras.
pushing from just from that, especially playing vert.
This is a very tight angle he's holding right here.
Just it's such a great angle. Oh, but it looks like Bixby gets the first pick, making North back up off of those stairs to look for that roamer. And North gets another pick. Oh, but he goes down, making it a
4v2 here.
4v2.
They can still come back, but it will be difficult.
It will be a tough thing to come back. And it looks like he gets the kill on one of the roamers. Oh, but does he know? Oh, and he catches him off guard. Must have been on the Brava drone,
Making
not
this a
paying
one-
attention.
Making this a 1v3. This could be a hard round here for North.
This is going to be
I
difficult.
think North can do it. They just need to
Oh, but that
focus up.
Echo drone throws him off, and the Solus
Ah.
gets the kill, making Bixby take the lead.
Man,
It's now 5-3. Bixby's up.
Look at leaderboard, 10, 6, and 5.
we have some good scores here. Everyone putting in their part, trying to do what they can.
Everyone doing exceptionally well.
Oh yeah.
Some of them in the double digits already. Only like halfway through the game,
Yeah.
realistically. North is going to have to pull something up here. Since they are down by 2, they are going to have to do some magic here to bring back and maybe even come back and win. Once again, an interesting choice of operators.
Like I said earlier in the sorry, completely interrupted you there. Go
It
ahead.
is fine. I was just going to add sight onto the end of that.
Oh. Like I said in the beginning of this match, this is going to be a very close game, as we see here. The score's 3-5. This thing can flip constantly back and forth between these two teams.
It is very interesting strategy from that Azami there. Not playing how North did it, but who knows?
Looks like they've gotten the wall.
Looks like they got the wall, but there was a Goyo on it, which made it to where they could not push up whatsoever.
It's going to burn time, and
It's going to waste that time that they really needed. And that is quite the interesting castle spot, but it looks like they do have the Zofia to break it. But that castle is definitely wasting their time being placed on that door.
They are doing a great job of droning each
And
other
they
out.
North gets the first pick on the roamer from downstairs. That Monty just sitting there in the corner, wasting their time.
Keeping the Sazami's attention is
Yes.
a very good idea because this is a very tight spot right here. Having that Azami focused on the Montang instead of the breach is real smart from these guys.
And it looks like it's going to make the Azami get punished and even get taken down from him focusing on that Montang. An amazing flash going out with a big throw. Oh, but that C4.
That C4 didn't fully connect.
It did get a pick, though,
And
but it is still a 4v3.
It looks like they're going to
They
get
have
plant
down.
And it looks like they got plant down with that shield still up, which is going to be an issue for this Bixby team. Going to have to deal with that. But it looks like it is now a 1v3 going into where they are going to have to, this Bixby team is going to have to defuse. But they still do have to mess with that shield. And that shield is going to be such a big issue for this solo here. But that Monty is really low. So that may be.
Looks like Monty's going to try and go for it here.
Nice.
That was a good round.
That was very
That
good
was
teamwork. I don't know if you guys can
Great
hear
job
it,
by
but
Monty holding that, making sure that Goyo can't get that diffuser diffused. Making sure he wastes the time so he wouldn't have enough time, even if he did take down the Monty and the other two players, that he would not be able to have time to defuse. That Monty ban may have been crucial from that last round, as we saw how he played that time perfectly after he got that diffuser down, just wasting all that Goyo's time, making sure he wouldn't be able to defuse.
Looks like North didn't want them playing in Azami either.
Yes. Making it more difficult for them to have those cheeky angles, making it harder for them to hold that garage area without that Azami. But it doesn't look like they decided to go back there. And it looks like they have the same lineup from last time. Maybe just one operator has been switched around just because that Azami got banned. They're going to have to switch up.
Yeah. The score is 5-4 again with this game's going to be close. Could be a very long one here. We very well could end up seeing overtime next few rounds.
And that would be very fun to see.
Okay.
Looks like North is going to go for that main breach, hopefully getting it to where they have that space.
And with just a shotgun pistol, we've got that hatch open. Just upsetting.
This Tuberau and
This
Cade
Tuberau
combo here
is such a great combo. It would be better if they had a bandit, but that bandit is banned. And maybe for that reason right there, because they didn't ban that Tuberau. Maybe that bandit ban was such a better ban. Looks like they did
doesn't
get
matter.
that
They
wall.
still ended up with the wall there.
Pretty difficult to Cade trick with the amount of time it takes for Cade's
Yes.
utility to be able to activate.
And with that Tuberau, the Tuberau denies the Cade to recharge because it also freezes it. And if they had those bandits would have been able to electrify instantly afterwards and not have to worry about that freeze effect from that Tuberau.
Yeah. Bixby holding. Oh no, wait. Norman attacking. Norman holding angles on the hallway.
He is maybe looking for a way to get down into that hatch from his Grims, but he is just not 100% sure if he can drop down in there.
Not sure if he's actually going to be able to send that concussion in there or not. Looks like he was able to.
Looks like he was and he gets the first pick maybe off of that. And another great pick. But he doesn't see the guy on the window.
And after a quick exchange, we're down to 3-3.
Oh, but he doesn't see the guy on the breach. And Norman is now, oh, wait, never mind.
This is a close round,
Holy
2-2,
cow.
1-2.
It is now a 1v2.
If they can pinch him, they can get him.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Orange team's picked up the diffuser. They just need to get their way in there safely so they can plant it or pinch this defender and take him out. They now know where he is and where they need to go. This is all but Norman's round to lose, and they win.
Norman wins with that jump-in window play by that thermite. Such a great play, knowing that Tubarão would not be paying attention.
Now, let's see. We're at 5-5. Rainbow Six Siege, a game where you have to win by 2. So
Yes.
if both the teams win another round, we're looking at an overtime situation here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And as this game has gone, it looks like it may go into that. For Norman has brought it back. They were down 5-3 and have won the past 2 rounds.
Now, Tubarão, a more recent operator, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say within the last few seasons, correct?
Last year or so.
Yeah.
Now, with the amount of oppressive spawn peeking Rooney was able to get earlier in this match, I'm surprised that Bixby hasn't tried it back on North.
Yeah.
They may not. They may just not know the angles to get those spawn peaks with.
That or they just don't want to risk it.
It is a risky play because if they are expecting it, they can peek it back.
Yeah.
Now, tell me a little bit about what Tubarão does.
Tubarão, pretty much, he has what's called like a Zoido canister, correct?
I do not know the name of it, but it's a canister of some sort.
Yeah, it's pretty much a canister of dry ice. You throw it on something, and it's going to freeze that surrounding area.
And so
And-
that's what prevented that Cade device from
Yes.
activating quickly.
Yes,
Pretty much
and
it
that thermite
freezes
to explode.
electronics. Anything that gets inside its little like freeze zone, it will metal. It'll just spread across the entirety of the metal.
So we're seeing a very specific mute type character.
Yes.
Interesting.
If you throw it at a drone, it'll freeze that drone in its spot. Same thing with thermites, Hibana's aces, breach charges of any kind. It can-
I have mixed feelings about these characters that are a little bit redundant in what their abilities can accomplish because it makes the bans feel a little bit more unnecessary. Like if you ban Ace and Hibana, there's just going to be a thermite.
It doesn't seem. They put those Cades in a very interesting position there on that wall, making it to where that Cade cannot get back those. Oh, and it looks like that Valkyrie went for the play on that Zofia, but missed.
Little trivia out there for you. I named my first cat Zofia off of the Rainbow Six Siege operator.
That's actually
Because she is an attacker.
okay.
Yeah,
I was wondering why.
Bixby taking space that Norman is not protecting.
Oh, but Bixby gets first pick on Norman.
Ash going to go ahead and blow a larger hole in this wall so she didn't have to vault through, which would put her in a very vulnerable situation.
Yes, especially since you can't ADS anymore while dropping down or vaulting, right?
Yeah, they made it to where you can't ADS whenever vaulting anymore.
Yes, which makes it a lot harder for those attackers to push in.
Hip fire, a lot less accurate. Couple of trading blows there.
But it is now a 3v3, went from a 5v3 to a 3v3. And it now looks like it is a 3v2.
Bixby has the numbers on them.
Actually, it is a 2v2.
It is now. Holding a couple different locations on there. Wish I could call them out. I really like how Bixby's defending this site, though. Even though right now it doesn't look like they've done that well of a job because they've lost some space, I think that they're holding that, the areas that they are currently holding that I won't say, very well.
Oh, yeah.
Nice, it is now a 1v2. And
that's a round.
Norman takes home the round win, making it 6-5. Going into, if they win this next round, they win.
We call that match point in the esports world.
Yes, match point.
And I guess also most sports worlds. All right, let's take a look at the scoreboard and see how things are coming together.
Nice. 11-9, 10-8. They're all doing really well.
Down here on North Side, we have 13-9.
13-9 and 11-8. popping off pretty well, doing pretty good.
Now, do you guys know what it takes to get an assist in this game? Because in some different games, an assist means different things. In Valorant, you get an assist if you do damage to a player and somebody else finishes off and eliminates that player. But in Overwatch, you only get an assist if you use some kind of ability to like slow the player down or concuss them. In Rainbow Six Siege, what does it mean to have an assist?
Pretty much anything that leads to the other player getting killed. You can get scan assist, you can get damage assist, trap assist, pretty much. Like, say one's playing Ella, someone walks through it and gets concussed. Then you and someone else gets the kill on that player that got concussed by the Ella. Then the Ella will have an assist.
Gotcha, okay. So there's a variety of different ways in
Yeah.
which you can get assists in this game.
And I used to think it was just you shoot them, do some damage to them, and then your teammate kills them. I thought that was just the only way to get an assist.
There's many ways to get assists in the game.
Didn't know that. And that is very useful. Now, it only does give you points on the leaderboard.
Yeah, I was just curious because in different games, assists mean very different things.
Yes. In this game, it's just more points for your character. So it's not really a important thing.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm on the edge of my seat here. I mean, of course, I want Norman to represent here and take this victory home, but their attacking on basement can be extremely difficult if Bixby is holding that space, but they are not holding that second floor or first floor, and North looks like they're going to be able to get a breach on that hatch, but Cade does have it pinned down with his device.
Yes, but I have seen things on the internet where if you put a breach down next to a hatch on a wall like that, it will, or a floor like that is soft, it will break it.
It will still break part of it, I've seen.
Yes.
Well, let's see if they got that.
But
It
it
doesn't
does
look
not
like it didn't work
look.
for him. Bixby
The
taking
first-
the first pick there. Second, but North retaliates with another one of their own.
But it is now a 4v3 in Bixby's favor on match point. Hoping.
We're seeing some tight angles being held here.
Yes. Some quite interesting angles.
Now, that Echo drone there works both as a device that can concuss opponents, but also as a intel gathering
Yeah.
device.
But it can only concuss when it is on a roof.
I remember back when those guys were always invisible. They're no longer invisible, right?
No,
No.
you can see them now.
You
Yeah.
can see them.
They used to be invisible when they were on the ceiling, which is, in my opinion, ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that's definitely overpowered. Definitely very broken.
Oh, and he holds the cross. Makes it a 4v2
North
in
dropping the diffuser.
Bixby's favor. But makes it a 3v2, but now it is a 3v1. And Bixby pulls, making it go into OT here.
Still got to win by 2, right?
Yes,
Yep.
it is first 8. Now, I think they can win 8-7, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yes, I don't think it's win by 2.
Oh.
It's just first 8 afterwards. Win. Win.
Here in overtime. Very exciting match that we've had here between Bixby and Norman North, two very dedicated programs. Now, what I see, this is Aruni,
Yes.
right? That ability to be able to punch a hole in a wall, on top of her ability to also be able to use her gadget, a lot of utility that she can get as a character. And I've seen that come under scrutiny online in very popular memes about the difference between Rainbow Six Siege characters that started off with having a hammer versus characters who, like Aruni, have multiple facets to their character. And
Yes.
then you give her the ACOG, and now she's a great operator.
There's a big thing that I've always heard about the passive abilities between operators, which that right there, as you saw, was Aruni's passive ability, being able to punch holes into walls. There's some other passive abilities I'm trying to think of right now. A while back,
some characters can pick themselves up off the ground.
a while back, a character like, I'm pretty sure it was Zofia or Zofia, she had a passive ability called Withstand, where if she was down, she could withstand and get herself back up with 1 health.
Now it's only Rook. Rook is the only way you can be down and get back up other than Doc.
Oh, they took that away from Zofia?
They took it away from Zofia. They also took away Ella having a pocket Grismont Mind with her.
Oh,
because whenever she would go down, it would set off a Grismont Mind immediately. This was back whenever she was like first released.
Did not know that.
They've left some passive abilities with some operators, but not as many. North with the first pick of the round here.
Making their way downstairs. Ash obliterating the doorway, getting another pick, and but Bixby holding the long angle. North using the verticals to their advantage, getting some angles on Bixby and forcing them to take less space. North getting another pick, making it a 2v4 situation. Oh, they get the Aruni down and take her, and we are looking at a 3v1 as they're going to push up and get him through the wall. North only needs to win 1 more round to win this entire match and make their way to the grand finals.
What was your thoughts on that game? I personally thought that like North's communication seemed like, from what I could hear through the headset, it sounded like it was really well, like very good.
I think that they have a great ability to communicate, but earlier I was watching their match against Jinx, and what I was impressed with was the conversations that they had in timeout. They were reflecting, they were giving considerate effort to deciding, like, what are we not doing right? What do we need to change? Now, they didn't walk away with the victory, but I think they walked away with some great experience.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at the characters we got played here on the defense side, not going to talk about the attackers because those are going to remain hidden. We've got some denial from having a Mute and a Jaeger, as well as a Malusi who's able to slow down characters as they are entering. Blue team locating the site, pretty much a given in the Rainbow Six Siege world.
Yeah. Most people who have played this game somewhat competitively or played ranked will know what site is most likely going to be next.
Do you just mean because they know what the opponents are probably going to choose?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Now, we see the Aruni giving a similar setup to previous rounds here. Oh, not Aruni, Azami, my bad. A little bit different location, though. Got a mute device there to prevent utility. Doesn't quite get the angles that they want from their gadget there. Gonna go ahead and peek that doorway. That was a very quick peek.
Oh, yeah. Good little pre-fire on the door just in case somebody's standing right on top of it. Might get a little damage in, might get a kill.
Thermite using his ability to blast a hole nearby the area. Ooh, that's a pick off of North's team with the ACOG.
It is now in Bixby's favor.
Bixby's playing it extremely safe here. Until now, they are checking all of their rooms before they enter. They just want to make sure that they don't get surprised by somebody around a corner. And that's what's important about this game is intel gathering. Blasting holes in the window. Man, am I nervous. This is so tense, and the longer they take to actually begin this combat, the more I am uncertain who's going to... Oh, we get a friendly fire as Bixby takes out their own teammate.
They just leveled the playing field for them.
If I was North, I would have a little bit more confidence until we take off that.
Down to a 4v2.
Bixby holding their own. Oh,
Very good positioning.
North with a refrag there.
North does
2v3.
still have the defender's advantage, but Bixby's got some great angles on the site there, opening up that wall. But unless Bixby's going to push into it, this still could be North's round. Oh, North getting a great pick right there. Oh, not able to
Doesn't
green.
get the finish, but he does get the down.
That's going to put them at a disadvantage because they're only to take one more shot to be put down and out of this round. Concussions all over the place. Oh, here we see Bixby gets that pick, and now we're in a 3v1 situation, and Bixby takes the round, putting this into a 7v7.
Yeah, match point. One more. Whoever wins the next round wins.
Whoever wins this next round takes it all.
Whoever wins this next round gets to go to grand finals.
Yeah.
And I am excited to watch those grand finals.
This here is overtime match point. Who is going to take it? Like I said earlier in the very beginning, this is going to be a close match. Both of these teams have worked hard to get here. They're both really great teams.
Yeah, I think I was confusing this with Valorant, a game in which you do, even in overtime, have to win by 2.
Every time I've ever watched Norman North go against Bixby, it's always been super duper close, and I'm always on the edge of my seat. Like I almost can't think of anything to say because I'm just like so focused on the game. Like I'm like on the edge of my seat.
That personal connection definitely making it a little bit more stressful to watch. Every single pick making you either a little bit more excited or a little bit more defeated. No need for a shotgun if you have an Aruni, huh?
Oh, yeah. Just punch your way through it.
Barbed wire placement. It feels so personal to what a person, how a person plays this game. Getting set up here. Attackers have spawned in, are now going to be getting in there. Norman North on the offense. Will Bixby be able to defend their point? We're going to have to find out. No immediate picks from spawn camps, of course. That's really not been Bixby's MO this entire match. Trying to take advantage of their, looks like they got the, what is that guy called? Tubero? Tubero.
North almost got the wall, but then it got tubed.
North taking an angle, but having to back up as they missed the E-limb there. They're definitely trying to play it safe. They don't want to get an immediate pick off here on this overtime match point round. Oh, then they swing past the
Down
cage.
goes Blackbeard.
And that puts this round in Bixby's favor with the 5v4 as Blackbeard gets eliminated going into the garage. Ooh, Bixby taking another E-limb, and North has dropped the diffuser. Important information for Bixby to have. Knowing when the diffuser is and whether or not somebody coming into the room is going to have it. Bixby getting another pick. We're at a 5v2 situation. It's going to be a tough round for Norman if they're going to win this.
This here's one of those more intense rounds.
I am literally in a loss for words. 5v1 situation. Unless we're looking at an ace clutch here, this is going to be Bixby's game. And Bixby has taken the match and has made their way to the grand finals for Rainbow Six Siege. We'll see you soon here on this stream for that.
Very close match between both of these, like I said in the beginning. Good game to both teams.
Yeah, incredible amounts of skill shown here today from North and Bixby. They should both be proud of how far they've made it here today. Good luck at grand finals, Bixby.